What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, giving you guys the heads up on everything that you can expect for the up and coming week. So if you want to find out more about the latest raid challenge and featured raids and dungeons, all the weekly rituals including the Nightfall rewards, and more importantly what tests has available for Bright Dust this week, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. We are fast approaching 140,000 subscribers here on the channel, so be sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to make sure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now this week's video is brought to us by our official channel partner, and that's Apex Gaming PCs. If you're in the market for a brand new gaming PC or you're looking to build your own, make sure to check them out. Not only are you able to start entirely from scratch, but we also have our own Jarv range of PCs too that you can further customize to your exact requirements. And further still, if you use code Jarv at checkout, you can save up to $250 off. So if you're looking to stretch your money a bit further and get an absolutely top tier gaming rig, then make sure to check them out, and I'll leave all their details down in the video description below. Now as always, we're going to start off with the Vow of the Disciple raid challenge for the up and coming week. Now this raid challenge is called Defenses Down, and each player can't kill more than one Taken Knight throughout the course of the encounter. This all comes down to excellent coordination and communication, and this is certainly one of the more trickier challenges to get done, especially on the Master difficulty. But if you can nail it on the Master difficulty, then you'll get your hands on an extra Vow of the Disciple raid chest and also some sweet Adept loot. Remember guys, we made a video covering how you can complete all the raid challenges in the Vow of the Disciple, so if you need an extra helping hand, be sure to check that video out, and I'll leave the link to that down in the video description below. Now this brings us nicely onto the new featured raid and dungeon for the up and coming week. Now this week sees us return to the Garden of Salvation, which you can access via the moon on the Director. Remember guys, whenever the featured raid is in rotation, all the raid challenges are available for you to complete, helping you earn those triumphs you need towards those seasonal seals. So whether it's some cool armor or weapons that you're chasing, or you're just looking to get some triumphs done, or you simply just want the pinnacle reward by defeating the final boss, then make sure to jump into the Garden of Salvation to get your hands on them. As for the featured dungeon for the up and coming week, this again can be found over on the moon, and it will be the Pit of Heresy. Now this dungeon was introduced as part of Shadowkeep, and much like the Garden of Salvation, will also be providing an additional pinnacle reward once you defeat the final boss. If you do find yourself still on the power grind, make sure to get these two challenges done to earn those additional pinnacle rewards. Now with the raids and dungeons out the way, we're going to jump over into the Dares of Eternity and this 30th anniversary pack activity. There are some new weapons and armor to chase this week, so if you're still looking to fill out your transmog collection, then you have the Jinshim Knight suit set available, which is the original armor set from IO back in Destiny 2 Vanilla, and that's alongside the Karios Function suit set, which is the old armor set from Curse of Osiris. So if you didn't partake in any Destiny back in its early days, these are great opportunities to fill out those armor sets. But if you're still seeking out weapons, and most of the weapons this week are all from Season of Arrivals and Season of the Worthy, this week would be the week to get your hands on them. This includes the Nature of Beast hand cannon, the Fallen Guillotine sword, the False Promises auto rifle, the Temptations hook sword, the Cold Denial pulse, the Whispering slab, the Hollow Word fusion rifle, the Serensev carbine, the Officer revolver, the CQC-12 shotgun, the SI-2 sidearm, my personal favourite, the VY-7 submachine gun, the SAW machine gun, and also the Truth Teller grenade launcher. There are some absolutely top tier weapons available this week, so if you still find yourself chasing down gold rolls for them, then make sure to jump into Dares to get your hands on them. Now next up, we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and we have a new mission from the Witch Queen campaign. This week's mission is the Arrival, which is the very first mission from the campaign itself. Now for this mission, we need to track Savathun on Mars when temporal abnormalities scar the planet's surface and the Cabal seek to claim new territory. This mission really set the stage for the entire campaign, and much like the featured raids and dungeons, this is a great source of pinnacle loot, and if you run this on the Hero, Legend or Master difficulty, it's also a great source of Ascendant alloy. So whether you find yourself on the power grind or trying to earn those additional end game upgrade materials, make sure to jump into the Arrival to get your hands on them. Now next up we're going to move on to the Nightfall for the up and coming week, and this week's Nightfall can be found over in the Arms Dealer. This is one of the faster Nightfalls in the entire season's rotation and is a perfect opportunity to earn some extra exotics and also end game upgrade materials. But if you're looking for Nightfall exclusive rewards, then the only Nightfall exclusive weapon we haven't seen yet this season is the Plug 1 Fusion Rifle. Now upon the launch of Season 17 we did see the removal of the Shadow Price Auto Rifle, the Comedian Shotgun, the Palindrome Hand Cannon and also the Izume RR4 Sniper Rifle. None of those weapons are currently in the Nightfall rotation, but if you're seeking out a top tier fusion rifle, one that can roll Reservoir Burst, then make sure to jump into the Arms Dealer this week to pick one up. Now next up we're going to move on to the seasonal challenges, and there are 7 seasonal challenges for week 6 in Season of the Haunted. The first of those is called Sorrow Bound 6, and here you need to complete the Bound of Sorrow 6 and complete lost sectors throughout the system. That's alongside Sparking Rage, so here you need to complete Sever Rage using only an Arc subclass and Arc Kinetic or Stasis weapons. That's alongside Vestiges of Dread 2, so throughout the Season of the Haunted you need to collect Vestiges of Dread and pick up material nodes over on the Derelict Leviathan. Next up we have Glean Cut, so here you need to defeat combatants with glaive or sword final blows on the Derelict Leviathan and defeat powerful Cabal in any Sever activity. That's alongside Apex Armorer, and here you need to masterwork a piece of armor. The penultimate challenge this week is called Absolutely Stunning, and here you need to stun 50 champions. And the final challenge this week is called Crucible Ornament, and here you need to acquire the Crucible Ornaments for the Chain of Command machine gun. Remember guys, a lot of these challenges provide excellent sources of XP, and some of them provide great sources of Bright Dust too, which brings us nicely onto the final section of this video, and that's what Tess has available for Bright Dust in week 6 of Season of the Haunted. Now over in the featured Bright Dust shelf we have the Erigor Shell, a new exotic ghost shell for Season of the Haunted. Now this has been available for 600 silver up until now, but you can pick it up this week for 2,850 Bright Dust. That's alongside a brand new legendary emote called Live Disco Dance. Much like the Ghost, this is also currently available for 500 silver, but could be picked up this week for just 700 Bright Dust. That's alongside the Eris Morn Ghost Projection. If you're collecting these, then this will set you back 1500 Bright Dust this week. Now next up we have a brand new legendary shader called Irradiant-ShareAlike. Now this is the final shader available this season, so to make sure you don't miss out on it, make sure to pick it up for just 300 Bright Dust. Now over in the main Bright Dust store we have a new exotic multiplayer emote called First Gig. Now I picked this up for 1200 silver, but you can pick it up this week for 4250 Bright Dust. Alongside that we have Finger Heart, a new rare emote introduced this season. Now this has been costing people 200 silver in the Eververse store, but could be picked up this week for just 400 Bright Dust. Alongside that we have the Battle Worn exotic Ghost Shell, another new Ghost Shell introduced this season. Now if you were looking to pick this up, this would have cost you 600 silver, but will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust this week. Next up we have a legendary weapon ornament for the Beloved, and this is called Unloved to be Cherished. This is a much desired weapon ornament, especially after the weapon was reprised as part of this season. So if you're looking to pick up this awesome ornament, be sure to pay Tess a visit, and this will set you back 700 Bright Dust. Now next up we have Gigante's Carrier, an awesome exotic ship back from the Season of the Chosen. So if you missed out on this and are looking to pick it up, this will set you back 2,000 Bright Dust this week. The penultimate item on offer is called the Pegasus Ghost Projection. Once again, if you're collecting these ghost projections, this will set you back 1500 Bright Dust this week. And the final item on offer is an exotic weapon ornament for the Traveler's Chosen exotic sidearm, and this is called Dream of the Skye. This is a brand new ornament this season, so if you're looking to pick this up, this will set you back just 1250 Bright Dust this week. So there we have it, a good look at everything that you can expect for this week in Destiny. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.